Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sakura as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sakura, and we are Talking Beards.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Talking Beards. We're the Oyster Boys tonight.
The Oyster Boys.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew's a freaking knucklehead. So this is episode number 163 of the live show. This is episode number 239 of the podcast.
We're just Oyster Boys just trying to make it.
We're just Oyster Boys trying to make it. So, the sophisticated? What? Does that mean we have to cut our arms and legs off? I don't want to do that.
Wow. The aphrodisiac. Like we turn the people on. What? Don't forget, we have our onlyfans.com/talkingbeards.
Yeah, onlyfans.com/talkingbeards. Go there and subscribe. And I think it's only like $20 a month. So that's pretty good. You get all the content that we put over there on onlyfans.com. What's up, John? Fabula. The Best in Show from the Desert Beard Battle.
That's what Eric Choate says.
I got beard mail from Eric Choate. We have beard mail tonight, everybody. Hey, so I'm Aaron D. Johnston. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're going to get this show started as you heard earlier in our very
romantic
intro. We've got Chad Roberts on the show tonight. The legendary Chad Roberts.
He's like Fabio of the bearding community.
That's pretty much what everybody always says. It's like he's got the best hair. Well, like the second best hair of the beard community, and then like he's just so romantic.
He likes to eat like seagulls when he's on like roller coasters and stuff.
That's pretty romantic when you eat seagulls on roller coasters. Go ahead and tell the people about yourself, sir.
Oh man. I am Scott Sakura, at Scott Sakura, on all social media, but we want you to go over and check us out live over on either Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. We are live streaming on all of those places currently. If you want to participate in the chat room, that's where you do it, or you can watch us live over at talkingbeards.com. You can't participate in the chat room, but you can watch the show live. And if you want to watch something else, you could pull up Fabio's greatest roller coaster accident hits. You can.
That's what. Okay, I forgot that ever happened.
Yeah, when he gets hit in the face by the bird. Oh my gosh!
Missed opportunity. We could have had a whole poster of Chad Roberts with Fabio hair and a bird just smashing him in the face.
Jeez, I know. It just
Scott.
I know. I'm sorry. My ideas come and they don't come at the right moments. And
what idea did you have going on right here? Do you think?
I was thinking about, oh my gosh, I wish I put sunscreen on my head.
Did you get sunburnt?
No.
Oh. God, so beautiful.
I know.
That thing is round.
I like it. It reflects the sun really nice.
Yeah. So speaking of the sun, kinda. I don't know. If you go over to honestamish.com, you can use the promo code Talking Beards and you can save 15% off your order. And as we've talked about the last few weeks, if you order over $35, you get free shipping.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, if you get $40-something worth of stuff, you can get 15% off. And then you can still get free shipping. So, I mean, that's a heck of a deal, I think.
The deals keep coming. You know what? And who knows what the deal may be next week.
Who knows? It might be the same thing.
It may be if you order $50 worth of stuff, you still get free shipping on $35 and you get 15% off that $50. I mean, it's just limitless.
50, huh? My bad. I'm bad at math. I said 40-something, but I
know
guess I wouldn't have got us over the threshold.
No, but still, like if you maybe, and then the following week, if you order $60 worth of stuff, you're going to get free shipping on the $35 over, and you're still going to get that 15%.
I mean, that's basic. It's like this.
It's like free. It's like free money.
I'm in your spot right now. You're wearing the glasses now, Scott.
I am, because I'm the smart one of the two.
And I'm like, where's my
glasses at? And I'm like, I got them on my face.
You do. There you are. Because you're the smart one, because you got glasses on. So what else is going on in the world of Scott Sikora? Everybody is dying to know. That's what everybody keeps asking me. What's going on with Scott Sikora? So
I really wish that were true, but no one really cares. But
yeah, right.
So I got some like shots in my hand today, which
so tell everybody about these freaking shots. So we've gone over it a couple times, and Scott Sikora has been having some hand issues. He can't make fists and stuff, and I can't really do too much with my hands. Can't do much of anything. So tell the kids about your hands now, Scott.
Well, did I go into my story about my electrocution thing where I was getting like they were testing my nerves from my shoulder to my hands, and they were like sticking me with needles that were shocking me like really deep into my arm.
So I think we talked about that last week, but I don't think we talked about it on the show.
Oh yeah. So I had to get this basically it was a test to see if my nerves are firing properly down my arms. And what they have to do is they use like a little thing that looks like a stun gun, and they mark out all these points on your hand, and they put it on your hand, and then he literally sends like electricity through your hand, and there's like some sort of reading that if it's going from point A to point B, then you have good connectivity and your nerves are all fine and everything. So then what he does is then he starts plotting these points out on your arm, and he has a needle that's like super long, and it has like a wire that comes off of it, and he sticks it like deep into your arm. And then he starts like sending electricity through it, and it starts like you can slowly feel it, but then he increases it, and then he's like, okay, now move your arm. Like I'm putting pressure on it, and then all of a sudden it just like all your muscles just start twitching, and it's just like super painful.
And you super love electricity.
I don't do good with it.
No.
So then he pulls it out, and then he sticks it like this needle right here in the elbow, and like does the same thing, works his way down, and then he's like sticking it in the palm of your hand. It was just horrid. Yeah, it was dork.
And this was last week.
Yeah, this was last week. So it turns out that I don't have any issues with any of my nerves. Like,
okay, so we've ruled that out with this.
As Chicken Bread says, I was getting hooked up to a car battery, and that's basically exactly how it felt to me.
And he said, ouch.
Yeah. But so it turns out that I don't have any nerve issues. I got like a little pinched nerve like right here and like one in my wrist, but it's not causing anything. But I have this thing called trigger finger, which is on the ring fingers on both of my hands. That really hurts.
Yeah, don't do that.
And basically my finger gets locked like this, and I can't like extend it. It gets stuck like this. And then I have to use my other hand, and it makes like a popping sound when it locks. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you should have seen when we were in the room today and the doctor locked my finger, the sound it made, and Angela was like, oh my God, she could hear it across the room.
She hadn't really dealt with your trigger finger stuff? Because
I almost had to wake her up the other morning
thing.
Well, no, it'll happen at any point. It just matters on how closed you make your hand.
Oh.
So the other morning I stuck my hand in the dryer, and it pushed all my fingers, and it locked my finger, and my hand was like stuck, and I had to like completely like pry my hand like to get my finger to straighten out. And it was just, it pops, and it's probably like probably equivalent to like knocking your shoulder out of its socket or something.
Except for it's all your fingers at the same time.
Well, it's just my one finger, this finger. So anyways, so I went to the hand doctor today, and, I knew I had trigger finger. Yes. Thank you, Eric. But, so he's like, yeah, I want to see if how bad it is. So he grabs my hand, and he's like massaging it, and he's like folding my fingers over, and then it
popped and locked into place. And he's like, whoa. He's like, that's pretty bad. And I'm like, yeah. And now my hand.
Yeah, you think?
I'm like, now my finger's stuck and I can't get it straight. So he had to like force it back out, and it like made this cracking, popping sound. And he was even like, wow, that was pretty intense. I'm like, yeah, and it hurts like a bitch. So as we kind of started talking about things, he's like, oh, we have two options. He goes, one of them surgery, which is basically they cut and they make an incision in your hand, like right here. And then they cut like part of your tendon. So because it's going through like all these, like basically your tendon goes from the tip of your finger down the inside of your hand, like into your palm. And it goes through these like rings of like muscle and stuff.
Bless you.
And I'm dealing with allergies too. And basically these rings are tightening down, and that's why I get stuck. So basically they have to go in. I knew this was going to happen. I was going to have an allergy attack on the show.
You didn't sneeze the whole time before the show.
I know.
Not once.
So basically they have to go into your hand, they cut an incision, and then they cut one of the rings that is the one where it ends up causing your finger to lock. There he goes. Or the other option is to get injections into your hand of steroids.
And then you got steroid injections, and now your hands are going to get freaking huge.
I know. So I'm like, well, we'll go with the steroid injections and see what happens. I am allergic to my fingers. Yes.
So why didn't they bring that third option?
Which is what?
Robot hands.
Well, I mean, he'll discuss that one after.
I mean, I would have just led with it. Been like, all right, well, we can do these other things, or we just cut your hands off and give you robot hands.
Yeah.
You won't have to deal with this ever again.
So he's like, all right, this is going to hurt a little bit. So he's these needles, and he like draws a dot on the palm of my hand. And then he's like, it's going to hurt when the needle goes in. But he goes, then he's like, once it goes into your finger, he goes, then it's going to start getting really uncomfortable. And I'm like, awesome.
Cool, doc. Let's do this.
Yeah. So he jabs it in, and it of course, the needle prick stings, and I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. And then all of a sudden, as he's like injecting it in, you can feel it going down into my finger, and then it feels like it's crystallizing, and like all of a sudden, it just becomes like super stiff and tight and very painful. And so he did it on both hands, and this finger is now stuck like this.
Did he say that was going to be a possibility?
He just said that it's going to take a few hours for it to like, I can like finally.
So you just did this, like,
yeah, like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. So I can finally move this hand now. I can move this finger. It hurts a lot, but this finger I can't like. It's like all the will and power of the universe cannot like straighten it out. And it just.
What happens if you physically move that finger? It just hurts a
yeah.
shit
Oh,
ton?
it hurt. It feels like it might be like dislocated or something on one of the joints. That's the way it feels.
What's up, Will?
Hi, Will. But yeah, so this is what's going on. So thankfully I have a few days off. I'm going back to Chardon to host the Maple Festival Beard and Mustache competition, but it's nowhere near as important as the one that's going on in Richmond, Virginia. So we're going to spend all of our time talking about that one tonight. And we'll just, blow the Maple Festival one right to the side as we do every year. We always got to get Chad on to talk about the.
Yeah. We got to get the legendary Chad Roberts in here to talk about
the Fabio of the bearding community.
Fabio of the beard community.
I think that Josh Black could probably do a really, really good Photoshop combination of Fabio and Chad for us.
I think this is, something that could happen. I really do believe this. but I mean, do you want to hear about my weekend or
not really, but okay, I mean, you can tell me though.
Well, I mean, nothing really too terribly exciting.
I'm like, I came in second to Jake.
We weren't even going to talk about that. It was rigged. Jake's even been on social media like the past 2-3 days, like, oh, Aaron's just going to say it's rigged. I'm like, sounds like something someone would say who rigged it. Definitely. 100%. Yeah, he's setting it up. Like, well, I mean, if Aaron talks about it, it's fake, but
he's
whatever.
like the golf tee, and the golf ball's right there. You're like, oh, well, you're putting it right up there. I'm going to swing at it.
That's right. See, even Andrew said it was rigged. See? And then Corey said I got beat by a half whaler. Whatever. It was rigged. It's fine. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we Andrew just sent me something. Okay, I got to figure out how to get this in. This is too good.
I only have like ideas of what it possibly could be.
It's pretty good. It was pretty fast how this came to be. Anyway, I'll load it up here in a minute. Yeah, so we were in the West Coast, or at the West Coast. We were over there on the Arizona. That we went to Vegas, and I think we did the show from Vegas. And then after that, we went to Murray, Utah, which is just south of Salt Lake City. And we went to the Unknown Beardsman competition. And
do they know who he is finally?
Who? Oh, the Unknown Beards. Nope, didn't even freaking show up. We just waited around. We're like, where's this Unknown Beardsman? He's supposed to be here, and he didn't show up. But yeah, so we still don't know. I know.
What a jerk move.
But yeah, as Scott pointed out, I got second to Jake in partial beard, but Natalie took a beard and she was feeling kind of crappy, and we've pretty confident it was the altitude from what we have talked to everybody. And so she said she just felt drunk for like 2 straight days. And as soon as we left Utah, she was fine.
That's hot.
So she was like, I'm not even going to compete. And then they're like, well, if you don't compete, we're only going to have 2 girls in the category. She's like, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. That's fine. So she had a super good beard. She just didn't really feel like doing it. And then lo and behold, she got freaking best in show. So she's, first girl out there in Murray, Utah to get best in show. And she brought it home. And
was that her Kylie beard?
No, that was a different freestyle beard. So, yeah, she's got a couple around. But yeah, so that was our Saturday.
What does that question mean? Which nationals is the real nationals? Wyoming. What does this mean?
Oh my God, that's a good debate. We can talk. So that was a.
I hear you're a master debater.
I am. So that was a big deal back in like 2016. I think that was like the Denver Nashville thing. Yeah, we can talk to Chad about that. That's a good one, Fabs. And then so our weekend ended with me driving home 28 straight hours, leaving at 6 a.m. Well, 8 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday, and then we got home at noon on Monday. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I barely even was tired.
Breaking news.
That was it.
This just in.
What?
My finger's still stuck.
Breaking news. All right, but yeah, that was it. Just driving all over the place like a crazy person. So that's it. Let's get into this. Are you ready?
Well, yeah. So we are joined with the most esteemed beardsman probably in the history of beards ever. I mean, like I said, you got to call him the Fabio of the beard world, because he's just like, he's on the cover of every romantic beard novel ever written ever in the history.
I mean, pretty much ever.
Pretty much ever. Now, I mean, I don't know how else to introduce this illustrious guest that we have tonight, but other than, I mean, we're going to have the one and only Chad Roberts, or as I like to call him, C-Had.
I mean, it's like just building anticipation for this thing.
I know. And the thing is he's probably going to lose connection right as he logs in, and he's going to be gone.
Probably. Well, let's get into it. So while he's still here. So yeah, from Richmond, Virginia, adjacent. We have Mr. Chad Roberts from the RVA Beard League that will be putting on their, I don't even know what annual competition this is, like the 3 millionth annual competition at the Mid-Atlantic Beard and Stache Championships. Oh, probably 008, huh? That's probably what the 8 comes from. There we go. Knucklehead. And here he is, Mr. Chad Roberts.
Hey guys. Oh, amazing.
Look at that. I like what you did with your hair.
Where did you guys get that picture?
Wow, that's so nice.
Wow.
What's up, Chad?
Fun fact, Fabio's famous encounter with the, I think it's a seagull, was at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, just down the street from here.
Of course you would know that.
Yep.
Dude, how excited were you when I started
ride of Apollo's chariot? And
Now, were you getting like all excited in
right
this?
across the nose?
Were you getting all excited when I started telling this story, and then you were like, "Oh my god, I can add some insight to this"?
I have something to add to the story.
I know.
Local flavor.
And then you went and got your hair did real quick. Oh my gosh. 10-pound Canadian goose. Thank you, Andrew Matson.
Canadian geese don't live in Virginia, moron.
Well, they were flying
Yeah, it's in the
flying
name.
up or down or whatever for the winter and or for the summer or whatever they do. Migrating, that's the word.
Mike,
That.
thanks, Natalie.
Thanks, Natalie. so Chad, this is going to be your 8th annual competition. Everyone knew it was the 8th, of course. It just seems like so much more because y'all have just done such a great job and been doing it for such a long time. So let's just get into this thing. So let's just start at the very beginning. You planned this competition a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
right?
a few years back. Initially, it was supposed to take place in April of 2020. And a lot of shit didn't happen in April of 2020. So
pretty much nothing happened. We
we
were
sat
just
around a lot.
Yeah, staring at each other.
Yep.
Not buying toilet paper.
So we're like, all right, no, we'll be cool. We just stay home for 2-4 weeks and we'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
And this will blow over and like, all right, well let's kick the can down to like July. We should be good. Give us plenty of time.
2 weeks, flatten the curve. We'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. And then we're like, okay, well, no. We'll just go back to original end of April dates, and we'll just do it in 2021. No problem. We'll have everything under control by then. Nope.
Still no.
So we did our online couch vid 20 contest, which was at least let us raise some funds for the charity that we announced back when, which kind of helped them fill in a gap there. And then we're like, all right, well we'll reschedule for October, and we'll be no. And then I think that was Delta, whatever.
Yeah, I think that was Delta or Omicron, but I think it was Delta. I think that was the Delta.
And so it was like, screw it. All right, 2 years, and if we don't, we're just gonna do it.
We're just going for it.
Well, over high water, we'll see what happens.
But here we are.
And to coincide with it, they lift the mask mandate for flying and all that stuff now. So I mean, it was like they were like, they knew that you guys
RVA needs to have
RVA needs this.
They need this.
So I heard Aaron pulled a few strings for that. So
I was doing what I could for you, Chad.
We know people. Okay, just saying.
For sure. Yeah. We have like 261 YouTube followers now. Okay. We're pretty much a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, watch it.
Yeah. So we were finally putting on this competition. And so the Canal Club is your normal venue. Are you going to go back there?
Yeah, we are. We were one of the things that we weren't sure about through all this is whether or not the venue would still be there. Like whether it'd still be in business or if they'd be resold or just if it was still available. And so luckily they were, and here we are, and we're able to go back to our old dive haunt.
It's not a dive pond. It's a very nice club. I loved working there. I loved when you guys had, it was during the Great American. That was the last time I was down there, but you guys had the pre-party that night or the night before because it was down. What was the name of the venue?
Oh, the National?
The National, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it would be funny if we had the Nationals at the National, but
RVA got them to change the name of the venue just for that event. And I thought it was pretty genius, really.
Yeah. So, but anyways, but the Canal Club you guys got the ground level area with the stage and everything. And I'm assuming, as usual, you guys are going to be utilizing the upstairs for the massive raffle event
and the competition.
And a competition. What? Mm-hmm. Breaking news. My finger's still stuck.
Breaking news.
Do tell us about since we're at this, I've put this upon your plate. Let's talk about the raffle. Like what, you guys are always known for like putting on a pretty intense raffle.
It's written amazing raffle table.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
what it's amazing.
Just one table?
No, we usually have several tables full of raffle items. It's something we kind of hunt for. It's like some people Christmas shop throughout the year. We kind of keep our eye on raffle things throughout the year.
That's smart.
And so one of the sponsors this year is PBR. So they're
Never heard
throwing
of
in a beer pong table.
PBR.
You all in your giant things that people can't get home.
I know we're not shipping any of it, so we can give you some string.
If you
Oh,
bid
we-
on the
we
ping
get
pong
trailer.
table, you better drive a truck to RVA.
Well, the other item that PBR is offering is a bicycle. So you could just ride that back home.
There you go. With a ping
Unless
pong
you have
table.
the table, but it'd be kind of awkward, but it's doable.
So you'll have a PBR bicycle and ping pong table in your raffle.
Yes.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
Chad, I really want to like commend you on like sharing this with everyone, because definitely like everyone who's already we have Matt is like, holy cow, love PBR and beard pong.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you Matt's going to book a flight now from New York.
Matt's coming to RVA now. He's probably snowed in. He's in New York and it snowed like 32
Take
inches
the train,
today.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, take a train, Matt, all the way from Oswego, New York, or whatever it's called.
It's like Canada.
He's basically in Canada. So, speaking of your raffle tables, is there something for a pre-party raffle?
There's
Raffle
no
ticket
pre-party
special?
raffle.
That's what I meant.
Nope. There's not. Just a standard pre-party. Have everyone come down, hang out, relax, finally get out of the car.
So no ticket specials at the pre-party.
All right, quick question.
No, Natalie.
Yes, Scott, I can ask this question.
Go ahead, Scott.
Is it true or not true that you guys used to do your raffles on the night before of the event? So you guys are doing your raffle during the event this time?
Yeah, we do it during the event. We didn't do it for Great American because there wasn't space.
Oh, okay.
And so we figured that way it's still a bunch of people and we knew we'd have plenty of space. It would be hopefully a fun draw.
Yeah.
People for the pre-party. So
this is not Great American.
No, I understand that. But to me, that was like, that was my first time there. And it like we were kind of messing around earlier about, this is the one event that this is the number one event I've always wanted to go to. And it just so happens that every year it's happened, it's been on the the day before when I do my Maple Festival one. And it just never, I've tried to figure the logistics out of it, and it just would never work for me to go to it and be back in time, because my event is like super early in the afternoon the next day. And I mean, other than like driving through the middle of the night, which I can't do that.
You can.
Breaking news, my fingers like this. It hinders people from driving.
Right around the.
Like, I know. I'm like, but yeah. So when I was down there for Great American, basically, I remember you guys did the raffle the night before, and I guess I just assumed that was how you had handled all of your previous, like with your events before. And I was just like, that was a really cool idea, because it kind of gives people more of a reason to come to the pre-party the night before. And then it opens up the event to be just the event, and you don't have to worry about all that other stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that we did like about it. It's also, for us, it's nice to have the raffle there as something else to do instead of staring at the stage. Or if they get into the, 8 to 12 inch beard categories and they're got competitor number, 35, it gives you a chance to
stretch your legs.
Yeah.
Let's go look at these amazing raffles and wander around.
Oh my gosh. We're doing it right now?
Yeah. No, I was just saying that's what we would say to ourselves.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring pictures up. I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to see this ping pong table with a bike on it.
You have to be there in person, Scott Sikora. So we've already brought this up a couple times, and we'll just get into it. So Friday night, do you have anything scheduled for the Friday night pre-party?
For the Friday night pre-party, we're doing our welcome party at Bingo Beer Company, which, despite its name, actually has a full kitchen and liquor license.
Sweet.
And plenty of other tasty non-alcoholic beverages. That was one of the things that we've been trying to be better about. Not have just beer or just drinks, but kind of options for everyone's palate.
Is Aaron Slams a PBR?
Oh yeah,
And
you know
the fun things about bingos, they have basically an arcade in the back, so they have like full on a ping pong table, skee ball, hoops, and pinball tables, and some arcade games.
So they have big earrings for the ladies there.
Mm-hmm.
They do. You can win a little rubber stopper to put on for your pencil tip. Yeah.
This is amazing news.
I'm really
Corey,
where I was going now.
He literally said he's not shipping, Corey.
Yeah, clean your ears out, Corey.
Good gosh. So Friday night, we've got a cool venue with arcade machines and a full kitchen and all the alcohol that everyone could ever want. Do we have anything scheduled for Sunday?
Sunday, we're doing our brunch at our usual welcome party spot and our monthly pub night location, Station 2. They have a great brunch, and they also put in, I think, $50 worth of gift cards in the raffle. So if someone wants to, get their tab covered for a breakfast the morning after, then someone's going to win it. Hopefully they'll use it for that.
What's your favorite thing on the menu to get there?
They have good biscuits and gravy.
Ooh,
biscuits and
sausage gravy is nice.
I like it's nice.
That's when you know it's good. When you gotta add more emphasis into it. But
that was my impersonation of Chad talking about biscuits and gravies.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Amazing.
It's nice.
It's super nice.
Get to add the hand part in there, but all right, let's talk about the event now. I mean, that's why you're here, right?
What? There's a beer competition going on, Chad.
I just want to talk to you guys, really.
Well,
that's how we're doing. We're not even live. We're just sitting here.
Yeah, but the funny part is you got to hang out with Aaron a few weeks ago down in Pit Row at the Indianapolis 500 virtually.
Basically, yeah, it was definitely
pretty much.
Yeah, not.
And you guys got to eat hot dogs
at all. Did we eat?
Yeah,
hot dogs. I don't know.
I did a hamburger, but
I think I had some French fries.
Oh,
I think that was it. I think that's all I ate all day. No, I did have a hot dog. I did. Yeah, good job, Scott.
See?
You remembered and I didn't. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and hopefully we get to do that again sometime. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm going to guess that you guys are going to sponsor a go-kart next.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I mean, your guess is
start my go-kart career.
Why is not my guesses as good as yours?
I thought because I don't know. I didn't know we were going to sponsor a go-kart.
Oh, okay. Well, think about it.
Keep
it on the back burner.
Here, this was you telling me about the go-kart.
No, I'm this is you telling me why the go-kart's not a good idea. And I'm
and then you were like,
oh, my head.
You're right. Oh.
It's going to explode.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So the venue, we already covered that. So do you have any judges for the 8th annual, because everybody knows it's the 8th annual Mid-Atlantic Beard and Stache Championships?
We did a
Chad, stop.
Of 5 judges.
Real quick. I told you to stop. So, all right, at the bottom of the screen right there, if you guys want more information about the event, visit this website. We posted it in the chat. We'll do it again. But if you want to know any more, we're going to talk all about it right now. But if you want more information, there's the website. So check it out. Okay, continue about the judges. Sorry to interrupt.
So we're doing 5 judges. The first guy is from New York. May have heard of him with the Austin Club. Fucking Guido.
Why do you think he lives in New York, but his beard club is in Texas?
Because he likes to travel.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a pretty solid answer.
And he likes French fries.
And he loves French fries. And everyone knows Austin is famous for their French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Austin's famous French fries, yeah.
It's on the map.
Have you had their dipping sauce?
No.
Oh, you should try it sometime.
Okay.
You should.
The second judge we have is Johnny Parks from the Virginia Beard Villains.
Johnny Parks.
He was going to be on our show one time.
Wow. I mean, you're naming off people we've never heard before. Keep going.
Well, they're judges from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
There's some guy from North Carolina named John Vire. You may have seen him in his calendar spreads. Or
Oh, yeah.
John Bear.
We've heard of John
We
Vire.
know John Bear. He wears overalls.
And then also from North Carolina, Inkira Ocean.
Yeah, we've definitely heard of her. She's got a mini
Made a
scooter
couple
now.
competitions.
Yeah, I think I've seen her a time or two. Yeah,
Have I ever met her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but we have.
And
Did
then,
you get in Kara like
Should we call her right now?
a ramp for the stage?
I know we've been giving it some thought to see how.
Or are we all just
do all
going to
that.
carry her on stage together?
I think you should carry her and make her feel like a goddess.
Yeah, we'll
Bring
get one
her
of those.
upon the stage.
You get one of those chair things with the handles, and
Right?
get her up on stage like that. I think that's a pretty solid idea.
That would be amazing.
You have all the connections in Richmond, Virginia. Someone's got one of those in their garage.
I bet there are people who have those.
Oh, Chad,
Probably
you
in
said
the
you wait.
basement.
All right. I just had an idea. We need to talk after the show. Okay, but go ahead. Sorry.
All right, one final judge.
I'm sorry.
It's someone you probably haven't known or heard of. He's from New Jersey. He's
I'm from New Jersey.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, world champion, North American champion, Mid-Atlantic champion, and
Crystal Davis.
all around nice guy.
Oh,
Former national champion as well. Crystal Davis.
Is not from New Jersey.
She could be if she wants to.
She could be if she moves
Yeah.
there.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Andrew Kloss. I didn't even know he was like.
Father of the Kloss knot.
I did. Yeah.
are you
He's
serious?
the father of it. That's he. Named it. One half of the famed Jersey Boys.
He's
Did
the
you
Jersey
know that?
part.
You remember that time that Andrew Kloss was like half of the Jersey Boys? That was probably the greatest time of his entire life.
My favorite memory of Andrew was when he brought Rice Krispie treats to the Mansfield Reformatory when we were judging together.
I didn't get Rice Krispie treats. This is bullcrap.
I know. He's just a generous guy.
So have you talked to Kloss lately, Chad?
I haven't, no.
Okay. Does he know he's supposed to be there this weekend?
He does.
Okay. I'm
Well,
just making sure. I don't know if you know this, but we lived together for a really long time. And
Decades.
he might need a little poke. Like, hey, don't forget this weekend.
Don't forget to get in the car.
Yeah, get in the
South.
car and drive to Richmond, Virginia, or
He's
your
a-
school bus.
Yeah, so I was going to say he's a
Drivers.
school bus driver now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Well, that's a really good panel of judges. Really, I'm glad that. So this is all your original panel, right? From
It is, yeah. Everyone was still available and up for it, and so that was great.
That's cool. I'm glad that all worked out. I was wondering how that was all going to go down.
Yes, Eric.
Scott Sikora.
oh gosh. How about MC? Who's the illustrious MC of this event? I mean,
Our,
because you didn't ask
master-
me because you knew I was busy. And that's fine. I mean, my finger's still stuck. I don't want to be going up on stage like looking like Quasimodo.
Our master of ceremonies is Jimmy Thompson, who
Nice.
was one of our co-MCs from Great American
Oh, okay. Okay.
and
Does
former
he
club
still
member.
does he still look like Greg Deal?
A little bit,
Okay, cool.
with a little bit of Adam Scott mixed in.
Ooh, he's changing it up now.
Super handsome.
Adam Scott was bald and had a
I'm
beard.
bald. Why couldn't it be if Scott Sikora was bald? I mean, I am bald. I mean,
Some good steroids.
it's probably the steroids went right to my brain. I mean, I'm going to have like the hugest hands in like weeks. I mean,
I
I'm
can't
like
wait to see your
That's
hands.
gotta-
Arnold Schwarzenegger hands and to be pumping you up.
So as you see, Scott put this website at the bottom of the screen. We talked about it's event information for the live beard competition, but there's also an online competition going on. Is that right, Chad?
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
We're doing a kind of a parallel competition, one that will end tomorrow afternoon. It's basically an online competition with not as many categories involved to keep things kind of simple and straightforward, but kind of a way to, if folks can't travel, don't want to travel, live in a different time zone, then they can still help out and participate and can help us raise money for Shine for Scott.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this online competition. How's it all working, and how do people get involved with it?
So what they need to do is sign up, buy a ticket, and then send in 3 photos and a video for the judges to use to deliberate with.
So is it going to be the same judges?
Same panel as on Saturday.
Cool.
Which is why we're ending it early, to give them some time when they have time to go through and vote.
Natalie said she was unable to pay right now.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
She is getting error messages.
Oh
Just
my,
so you know.
look at this. Do you guys see this presented by Honest Amish to benefit Shine for Scott? I mean, how much more shinier can my head get? I mean, I just shaved this morning. I appreciate the fact that you guys want to help me out, but what is Shine for Scott?
Shine for Scott is a charity that was founded a few years back for a man, obviously named Scott.
What?
Who, at age 38, was diagnosed with colon cancer. And I don't remember what stage it was, but he spent years and years in the hospital going through treatments and hospital stays. And basically they put together a big charity concert for him that he didn't live to see. Oh. And so he died a few weeks shy of his 40th birthday, if I heard the math correctly. Mm-hmm. And basically looking at, like, I remember growing up when I heard about colon cancer, it was always a thing that was just like old people got, because A, it was cancer. Yeah. And then B, it was like colon cancer. So like, yeah, whatever, eat your prunes. And within the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years, a lot more younger people have been developing colon cancer. And so basically their goal is to get the word out for younger people. They moved the age for screening from 50 to 45, which is still not super young. Mm-hmm. But I feel like 40 is probably a better age to start screening for things like that. But they help the patients with medical bills and getting to and from treatments, and just the things that you usually don't plan for when you're 39 or whatever, but when this happens to you.
How did you come about this? Like, how did this all come together with them?
When Amy, my wife, which you all know, already knew Alicia Jett, who was on the board there, and she had said, "Hey, we have this charity," and thankfully, because Amy's treatment was short and we had generosity of friends and decent health insurance, we didn't need anything from Shine for Scott. But it was nice to know that was there and was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is cool that it, like you said, it's a thing that if people need it.
Right.
Well, and I like the fact you guys are definitely, like, as compared to, like, I mean, I don't know if you follow the show very much, but a lot of the charities that everyone's been really pushing and working with are either veteran causes, suicide prevention, and stuff like that, which is definitely a huge ordeal and a huge issue across the country. But I mean, the thing is there's all these other things too that are like big issues. I mean, and like you say, you always thought, and same with me, you always thought it was like something that happened to older people. It wasn't something that happened to younger people. And just getting a little bit educated and kind of learning a little bit more. And of course, through yours and Amy's experience through everything, it's definitely, it's awesome that you guys have found someone to work with and someone that, that it's close to home, and you guys, I don't know. It's just really cool that, it's outside of the box of like what everyone else is doing is kind of what I'm trying to say.
So
Yeah.
how do you go about picking your charity every year? Because you all usually change it, right?
We do. The story is the first year we went with the Central Virginia Food Bank because it was, it is a great charity.
Mhm.
And then when we raised, God, this was 2012, so like $1,400 or something, we busted our ass, filled up the venue, and went to go donate the money we raised and the however many pounds of canned goods. And the lady there's like, cool, thanks, stamp, cool. We'll send you something in the mail. And so it was a drop in a very large bucket.
Right.
I have had that same experience, and that has totally tainted me and I know exactly where you're going with this. Yeah.
And not that we're wanting any sort of big kudos, but like it was our first time, and we just, thought it would be a little different. I don't know. And
It's
so
cool working with a charity that wants to work with you.
The appreciation.
Yeah,
And the appreciation and the fact that they want to work with you, like the teaming up, yeah.
And so what we do now is we try and search for local charities that are smaller in scale. And so the money that we raise goes further and, hopefully means, more of them or helps them get closer to their goals or those programs that they're trying to do.
This is great.
And so we changed it up really just to spread the love. We, Shine for Scott, we did the online competition during the pandemic, and then this one just because we said we were going to, and so we did. And then I think we did the same with with a Pink Ink Fund for our 6th competition, and then for Great American, just because Amy Black and all of them were just great to work with, and we loved the work that they were doing. And, we were like, yeah, let's do that.
Do y'all do anything with the Pink Ink Fund anymore?
Not directly, because it's basically her and other tattoo artists doing their thing. So it's not really anything for us to do. But like we stay in touch and trade texts, and we're friends.
Yeah.
But we're not there like helping them.
Tattoo.
We're not there helping the charity do their thing.
Yeah,
you could be tattooing stuff. It'd be fine.
Yeah, with Amy, I did an interview with her on the Beardcaster years ago when I went to Great American and learned all about what she was doing. And yeah, she's a networker trying to like help a lot of different like artists connect with people all across the country and stuff like that. And yeah, granted, that is, she needs help too, but I mean, it's, kudos to you for like being able to like, kind of hunt down and spread the wealth, as you can throughout the years. I mean, it's very commendable that, you can do that and to find like good recipients, like, like as you started the story off with like, hey, you feel like you busted your ass to like really help someone out. And it's like, oh yeah, thanks. See you later. I mean, we've up in Cleveland with all the events that we did for the first few years, it was like the same way. It was just like, oh, well, hey, thanks. And then, they don't want to be involved in any way, shape, or form in the event. They want what you're raising for them. And then they just are like, oh, well, hey, cool, thanks. It's like, and it's, you don't want the accolades for it, but it's also like, there's appreciation to it of,
you feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Acknowledgement, I guess. Just like, hey, you did this. This time was invested on our behalf. Thanks.
Yeah.
But you're also finding that too,
smaller people.
You're kind of finding that a lot now too, with like, especially with these online events that a lot of, clubs have done through COVID and stuff like that. That was the only funding they were getting is maybe these little beard competitions that we were doing online. So, and of course you felt the appreciation from them because they're like, this is it. This is the only way that we can generate any kinds of anything. So, I mean, it's cool that you did what you did and that you're still like working with them and doing all the stuff you're doing. So
one of the other things that we do, I want to make sure to get thrown in there is when we get down to a pool of 3, 4, 5, whatever, we do look at their financial statements to see what they're reporting to the IRS.
That's interesting.
And what amount of their income is going towards programs versus administrative costs or other things like that. And so some of them have really high overheads, which, you know, if you want to run it that way, that's fine. But I don't know if we necessarily want to support that.
I absolutely you've said something that like, I think a lot of people think about, but just have never really said is when you're working with the charity, you want to make sure that what you're doing is going towards
helping people, not
helping and not
administration fees. Yeah.
Now,
I mean, you need the people there to be doing their jobs and the work. Like, I get that. But when it ends up being like 20%, or, I mean, we tried to keep things single digits if we could. If we liked charities whose administrative costs and all were, below 10, if at all possible,
Oh, I love this. Now you've I feel like you've completely opened up a whole new path of like a conversation I want to have with you. But this can be a later date, another thing, but we want to get back to talking about the event that's going on.
Well, we've pretty well covered all aspects of the event, unless you have we? I mean, I think so. What else have we got to add?
I mean, there's categories that are going to be happening at this event. Is there any
normal categories? There's nothing.
You don't have
standard categories. I mean, we're not trying to rock the boat necessarily. I mean, I don't know. Usually the difference between club categories are what they call the fake categories, and then whatever inch length they break up the full beards by.
Well, but then, you have some clubs that throw all partial beards into one category and do a partial beard.
They're not doing that. There's a partial category, but it's mostly goatees, right? And then
we have
Mr. Neely
and Amish,
goatees and Alan Neely.
That is such a unique look.
Yeah. So I have a question. This is something that was asked earlier that I want to hear your opinion on. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be, we don't really have time for the full answer, but which nationals in your opinion is the real nationals? And Fab says Wyoming. He's talking about that being nationals or whatever. And then the thing that we've talked about several years ago, and that was the whole hot topic, is Great American.
What do you think? I love that place.
Is the quote unquote real nationals?
In my head, the way I see it, the nationals will be the ones in Wyoming because it is the nationals, and
it was first as well.
But, I mean, that was the one that had been around since. Good old Phil back in the day. Mm-hmm. But I mean, but things have obviously changed and throughout the years. But to me, because the Great American is put on by the North American clubs, it's more of a North American championship than a national championship.
Scott has a question.
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm dying here because I'm going to ask I'm playing
still answering the first question.
I understand that, but I think there needs to be some context to this question because just like for me, like I have no idea what the context of this question is. Like,
so there's two nationals, quote unquote. There's the Great American, and then there's nationals.
All right. So the Great American,
Great American nationals, and it wasn't nationals. And it was a very strange time in bearding in 2016? Is that when Denver
That was the first one, for Denver.
So Denver and Nashville were like a month apart. And this is the first time that there was a nationals event in like a few years. And then this was the first Great American. And
was it New York and then at the Grand Ole Opry?
I think so.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking that is because like for me, who's super involved in this community, like you're throwing stuff out there that's going over my head. I don't understand. And I know that the majority of the people that are watching and listening aren't going to know exactly what you guys are talking about. So I was trying to like lay a little bit of the backstory into this so it made a little bit more sense for everyone.
So your answer is Wyoming. That is
Wyoming is nationals. I think people have used the word nationals as a shorthand.
Right, as a shorthand, but
it's a nickname. It gets the point across. It's a big event. People from all over are coming.
It's also a national event. It's not your normal like a RVA or
right. It's not a regional event. Yeah. But it's also not worlds, and so
Patrick Dawson thinks Great American's real nationals.
Don't be putting words in his mouth.
He says Great American is. That's his answer.
He says Great American is next comment you're leaving out. Oops.
Nope.
Oh,
that was it. Great American is. So Great American is Canada, USA, and Mexico, and nationals is USA. So what Patrick Dawson is saying is if you're not from America, you are not allowed to compete at all. Like
so
Canadians
it's basically intercontinental.
That's the scope I have in my head.
So it's like if you go WWE, it's like the Intercontinental Champion.
So yeah, there you go. So Great American is now Intercontinental Champion, and Nationals is a national champion.
That's just within the borders of the United States.
And so Drew McNaughton said,
would you rather be if anyone from
best in the USA
Canada
or best in North America
in nationals?
But
so I know there was a couple of people that were going to come from Canada for nationals last year that couldn't because the Canadian border will be shut down. Right. So since it'll be in Wyoming,
it's just right there.
Yeah, it's right there. So I'm expecting like 4,000 Canadians to.
You like hop on a bison, and in no time, like a few days, you'll be there.
I'm gonna ride bison up there. They ride deer.
Deer?
Elk.
Have you been to Wyoming?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't, but I've been to Canada.
I was just there yesterday.
What about Worlds? Worlds is in Germany.
All right. What about Worlds? Oh my gosh, this is going to go on forever.
Oh, breaking news. My finger's still stuck, guys. It's really hard.
The Americas should include North, Central, and South America, not to exclude anyone from any other continents either if they want to come. Anybody can come compete at our competitions. It's no one. It's not real.
There's no passport check.
There's not. Even people from Antarctica can come compete. It'll be fine.
Yeah. They did at Worlds for Austin.
That's right.
Yep.
From all 7 continents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chad, we could talk to you for like you. Yeah, when you start talking, like you just get my mind like going like a wildfire. Like it's just like, no, it's
like
good.
Wildfire, Chad.
Wildfire. My mind's getting pissed. But what's gonna make me laugh till forever? But we're at the end of the show right now, which was funny because Aaron and I were talking like, man, we keep having these guests on. We're having so much fun with them talking, and it just
don't get the competitions. It's like, we've got beard mail to go over.
Yeah, and then now we're out of show. Thanks, Chad.
You need like an after show,
right? Well, that's TikTok Tuesday on the Beard Laws Facebook page, and we're not involved with it at all. But that's our after show.
Well, maybe we should do our after show on our OnlyFans page.
That's a great idea. Yeah, everyone
it's only
go over
$20 a month.
That's pretty good.
Maybe we should run a discount. We'll do it.
50% off.
Yeah. use promo code Chad is Fabio.
That's right. Chad is Fabio. All right. Well, Chad Roberts, thank you for stopping in and giving us all the news and information about the 8th annual Mid-Atlantic Beard and Stache Championships. That'll be happening this weekend in Richmond, Virginia, this Saturday. They've got events going on Friday. They've got Saturday and Sunday stuff. It's going to be a full weekend. RVA Beard League knows what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. So if you're thinking about doing a competition, this would be a good one to do for real because it's been around a while. And
I totally forgot to mention the hatchet throwing the day before or after him for the comp. Damn.
Woo.
Uh-oh. So is that Saturday?
Yeah, from noon to 2.
Wow.
Noon to 2. Where's this at?
A few miles from the venue.
There we go. So
yeah,
there you go. So Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night, and then Sunday morning. Good gosh. Everybody come to Richmond, Virginia this weekend and do beard stuff because there's a lot of stuff to do. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple of days and enjoy your night.
Great. You guys too.
Good luck to you, Chad. I hope your event goes awesome, and it was awesome talking to you. And you've really given me you and I have got to get in touch sometime in the next, because now I have ideas.
Chad
that
and
I want
Scott are
to
going to make out.
No, we're not going to, but
that's what the
I mean, you
pictures
can
are.
imagine that.
All right, buddy. I'll see you in a couple of days.
All right, guys.
All right, bye, Chad. It was good talking to you.
Goodbye. Well, that's it. We're out of time. We've been on this
I
for over an
love
hour.
that guy so much. Like Chad's,
I
like
knew it was
one of
going
my-
to be like that with Chad, and I was like, he's just so full of knowledge that we could just keep tapping into it. And I knew that Great American Nationals question was too late in the show to really dive into, but I still wanted to ask it. So,
but I mean, for me though, like I would love to sit and have one conversation about that, like to be able. to
that's a full thing. Like there's so much history to both of those events. Neither one of them should take any glory away from each other.
Yeah.
Kind of sort of did there for a minute, but I mean, both events are phenomenal events and neither one of them should get taken away from each other. Anyway.
And then the second thing I would love, I mean, and this will happen, like to sit down and like his whole philosophy on being able to look
thing.
What?
Yeah,
the charity thing and being able to like dive in, deep into the minutia of dude, that is
minutia. I mean,
brilliant.
there's so much minutia there, really.
Yeah, there is. I mean, the minutia, it's like all over the floor, and you're like, oh my God, it's like right there, right in front of me.
All right.
But just the way that they approach working with charities and like
no one else is doing that. I guarantee it.
I guarantee that too. But
probably the only people that did that.
But
and
just me
speaks volumes for the quality of event that this is going to be this weekend. Like I can't stress that enough. Like just how meticulous they were picking a charity. The whole rest of the event is that good. Everybody.
Yeah, just like Robert says, he took some good notes. But that's my whole point. Is like I've in events I've done, I've been burned by charities. Not that I've been burned, but it's that you got to find the right one, and there's so many wrong ones out there to work with. Not that
we can do a whole episode about that.
Yeah, so. and that's exactly what I want to do. I mean, we'll have Chad come back, and we'll talk. We'll devote a complete hour to like, and this is just to help other clubs out, because this is part of me wrapping the show up right now, but us trying to do things to help the community.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're trying to do, is to help everybody. Yeah. So, and Chad's full of information that we can use to help everyone. So I'm Aaron D. Johnston.
Wait, come out. Maybe we should have
tonight. What?
The finger's still stuck.
It is. So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Go ahead, Scott.
I was going to say, maybe we should make Chad the third wheel of Talking Beards.
And then every episode would be like 42 hours. I
know.
Think that's a good idea. But everybody, that's it. Yeah, go to RVA this weekend. Go check it out. Visit 008.beardleague.org for more information on both events. That's the online that is going on right now that you can get involved in if you cannot go to the live event. And there's the live event that's this weekend that we talked to Chad about. But that's it. Go ahead, Scott.
That's it. Check us out at talkingbeards.com on all social media. You can go to the website, talkingbeards.com, subscribe to the podcast. We got some videos coming out, but most importantly, go over to Honest Amish, and get it out of there. honestamish.com. Use promo code talkingbeards to get 15% off, and also free shipping on orders under $35.
All right, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Oh, goodbye.
Breaking news, my finger's still stuck.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code TalkingBeards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.